I greet you in the love and the light of the infinite Creator. Event is coming soon. YouTube channel. Here's the latest intel.
The mainstream media must be shut down, ASAP. The orderly continuation of the American Republic depends on the immediate termination of the MSM. An open letter to the Trump administration. The American people have been witnessing nothing less than an unparalleled bloodbath within the media since the inauguration of Donald Trump. Actually, the carnage started early in 2016, but it has reached a much higher level of savagery since his election. Both sides of this epic conflict are being bloodied. As a matter of historical fact, there has never been such a verbally violent war fought in the media anywhere on Earth. The mainstream media knows in its bones that it faces certain defeat, and quite likely, extinction. The out media knows that there is no stopping the truth. And, that they are on the right side of history. Very slow and painful, or very quick and easy. It ought to be clear to everyone on the battlefield that this war will only get worse, much worse. It can only devolve into some kind of full-blown civil war. This is exactly what the Soros-funded factions want. If Soros and company can't own and operate the White House, no one will. Undoubtedly, these once closeted Bolsheviks subscribe to a take-no-prisoners policy. This liberal-slash-and-burn strategy will only get uglier until someone gets hurt. Perhaps thousands may get caught up in unnecessary military action whereby many die or are seriously injured. Therefore, the real question is, when will the Trump administration take the appropriate action against proven criminals and government and the media, who are guilty of treason among many other high crimes and misdemeanors? The current wrecking ball process of knocking down the abomination can be very slow and very painful for many, or quick and easy for most except the real criminals. Who are they? For starters, Barack Obama, Hillary, and Bill Clinton, Joe Biden, Tim Kaine, John Kerry, Nancy Pelosi, Harry Reid, Chuck Schumer, Maxine Waters, John Lewis, Victoria Nuland, Paul Ryan, John McCain, Lindsey Graham should all be arrested post-haste. There is sufficient evidence in the public domain alone to indict each of these traitors for treason and/or sedition. Treason because these traitors are waging a purple revolution against the Republic. While we do understand the absolute necessity of completely fleshing out the skeleton of the Trump administration, when the confirmation and appointment processes are nearly completed, respectively, there is no alternative but to shut down the mainstream media and to terminate the CIA which owns and operates the MSM. The other critical step of this national purge is to arrest every member of Congress who have been proven to work for the Soros cabal. They must be removed from every position of power and influence throughout the nation if there is to be any forward movement. The ongoing Purple Revolution. Surely everyone in the Trump administration understands that they are deeply embroiled in the soft phase of an ongoing coup d'etat that will not end well for any of you. It's known as the Clinton-branded Purple Revolution, see attachments below, and they really do want your hides, yesterday. If you do not understand this politically inconvenient truth, let this candid missive serve as your official notification. They want all of you out of power ASAP. If they were to be successful in this seditious endeavor, who knows what they would do? Perhaps the violent fate of the Romanov family during the Bolshevik Revolution provides some clues. During this soft power phase of the revolution, the traitors know that they must keep all of you tied up, which is exactly what they have done, and what they will continue to do with increasing acts of disruption and intensifying violence. Look at what they did at President Trump's inauguration. Please be aware that this Purple Revolution is like nothing anyone has ever seen or experienced before, anywhere on the planet. It has been planned and thought out for decades, and adheres to a playbook never executed in modern society. This fact alone serves as an ultra-secret weapon. In fact, there is so much going on right now behind the scenes, that all you good folks can do is take a close look at the past 20 color revolutions staged around the world. Each of these has been conducted by way of the fastidious use of the social network utilities. revolutions via Facebook, civil wars utilizing Twitter, protests by way of YouTube and riots through Instagram have become de rigueur for the CIA, NSA, and, of course, the State Department. Therefore, the most critical and tactical point here is that the Trump administration better have a fail-safe implementation plan ready to execute to completely take over all the social networks on a moment's notice. You also better have a way of identifying all the hidden social networks which are now operating in a subterranean manner. These are the real dangers should a hot phase of the Purple Revolution begin in earnest, just as these clandestine platforms are covertly utilized in the Middle East and beyond. While Twitter has served the president quite well since he first announced his candidacy in July of 2015, this very high platform can be removed in a New York minute. The sultans of Silicon Valley have already proven that they are no friend of Donald Trump. Everything they stand for is consistent with the abomination and, therefore, runs counter to the values and principles of the Trump movement. Hence, Trump's Twitter account can be disappeared with the push of a single key. Have we made ourselves clear? Obviously there is much more to this CIA-coordinated Purple Revolution than we can practically cover in this short open letter. However, may we highly suggest that the Trump administration seriously consider the formation of an ad hoc committee explicitly tasked with formulating plans for dealing with this ongoing Purple Revolution. Such an urgent initiative, by the way, is compulsory at this late date. There really is no choice. These ultra-liberal, fake progressive, far left-wing Bolsheviks really are coming after you, one way or another. In fact, you people ought to consider the now dire need of constituting a shadow government if you will, which can function effectively and completely off the radar. Only by working in secret can the necessary work be done to successfully counter the rapidly exacerbating Purple Revolution. One last point, and that is the legal basis by which the MSM can be lawfully shut down: treason. There are literally hundreds of bigwigs who populate the highest echelons of corporate media who willfully conspired to cover up the inside job known as the 9/11 false flag terror attacks. As follows. 9/11 verdict: mainstream media guilty of the biggest cover-up in U.S. history. If this criminal corporate conduct is not compelling enough, then perhaps the following exposé will shed light on the multi-decade perfidy committed by the MSM against the American people. Mainstream media, the true enemy of the people. If we have not gotten your attention yet, we never will. Hopefully, these very real and accurate observations, as well as respectful recommendations, will not fall on deaf ears or blind eyes. Truly, the very future of the American Republic now hangs in the balance. Likewise, the fate of the American people rests solely on the willingness of the Trump administration to decisively respond to these imminent dangers and looming threats. We wish you Godspeed. Very sincerely.
Please like us and share with your social media. Please subscribe and click the bell to be notified of our new videos.
Remember to check out our playlist for important intel you may have missed.
Be sure to enter our subscriber appreciation $100 monthly giveaway. The link is in our description.
And visit our sister channel. The event is coming soon for additional intel and information.
Stay tuned.
Victory of the Light.
Event is coming soon. YouTube channel.